Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or good night, everybody. Welcome in. This is the, Season 11 Seeding Tournament 1. I'm joined by my lovely co-commentator, Mitzi. How are we doing?
Hello there. It's a beautiful day to be doing a seeding tournament. We've got some good lineups here for matches today. I'm really excited to see everything that goes on. I'm excited to be commentating here. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to commentate these matches.
Absolutely. So, as we begin to go into this, see round 1 on screen, I believe. See Fickle Fishes against Rasbros. See rosters here. Scary on both sides in my eyes. I don't know what Mitzi has to say about this, but best of 3. Anything could happen.
Anything could happen. Our lineups right now are looking to be Laden Horse, Snail, Dasme, AJ, EK, Octozen on the side of Fickle Fishes, with Ditto, Pepsi, Crow, Samcat, and Smart on the side of Rasbros. Fickle Fishes coming to be a bit of a longer standing team in OC, and Rasbros definitely a mainstay. They've been here for quite a while, with their newest addition being Pepsi. Inside of Fickle Fishes, their newest addition is Snail. Interested to see how they play in a Oceanink tournament setting. I haven't really seen too much of these 2 new players to their teams in recent times. So definitely interested to see this.
Absolutely, I'm ecstatic to be witnessing this live here. See on screen now our map list for round 1. See, starting off Mahi Resort Splat Zones, followed up by Clamblitz on Museum de Alfonsino, and Rainmaker on Mansa Maria. Bold picks. Rainmaker especially, I'm very controversial in my eyes in terms of whatever you would like to call it, but rather quick pace maps, modes there. Anything can happen, as I said. Clamblitz and Zone's a little bit more on the lenient side of things. How are we feeling about this?
Ooh, Mahi Zones being first up is a very strong opener for me, because Mahi is one of those maps that people tend to struggle on, especially in the opening. Specifically with how do you play the opening, where do you sit, where do you drop. I know that a lot of teams like to really press forward in the opening, forget about cooler, and just fight the enemy team. A lot of people like to play more reserved for their specials. So depending on what comps we see it might change how they play this opening.
100%, I totally agree, because there are multiple ways you can open on this map. Something like left side islands, you can just open straight up. Left side, going into zone. Right side even, going around that little blocky structure on your side of the map. Same thing with the enemies. If you go on opposite sides, you can start controlling different parts of the zone. It just gets to be a mess rather quickly if you don't deal with the enemies, especially. So
it really does, yeah. I feel like Mahi Zone's one of those really strict maps for comps. You can really play a lot because of how little space there is. A lot becomes viable, especially when it comes to painting weapons. You could see probably Exploshes, Bloblobbers in your matches. Definitely Pencil is still very, very strong here, but Leader also a very, very big pick for Mahi Zones. Definitely something to be looking out for is the comps that they will be playing.
Oh, totally. Just to add on to that thought real quick, I personally have seen a bit of an uprising of Aerospray MG, the one with Reef Slider, on this map specifically. Just because of its sheer painting ability, the Fizzy Bombs for poking, and the Reef Slider, especially, as we see that slowly rising its way to the top of the lists of specials for Zones comps.
Yeah, definitely. Aerospray MG in general has been seeing quite a bit more use, especially in OC. Fickle Fishes has a player that does use the Aerospray weapon. I believe it's AJ. So if they do pull it out here, it'll make for some interesting fights in the middle. Just because Rasbros' comp, I think they go for a more coolless punish playstyle with their weapons. Samcat and Ditto being the upfront. Pepsi playing weapons such as bow or heavy splatling, I believe. So yeah, these like two really clashing playstyles from both of these teams. Like again, we've been saying that so much stuff is viable in this map, and we just get to see all that viability in this one set, which is awesome, honestly.
Oh, absolutely. A ton of variety can be seen here, and I'm totally excited. I do wonder, will there be any mirrors whatsoever at this rate? With how much we've seen that, or how much we've discussed that can be used here, truly does raise a question. Is there any weapon that can actually be used on both sides here that is likely?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Depends what is played, because I know they have a both teams have a blaster player. Both teams have a sword player. The sword player on Rasbros is the same person who plays blaster, but maybe we might see some V blaster or C blaster action from both teams on this map.
I'll be very honest with you. C blaster, custom blaster, that would be pretty dope to see in such a setting like this. I mean, triple splashdown, you can do quite a bit of damage on the zone, especially. Talk about damage, you can go some like either side of the map after the water lowers down. Deal quite a bit of blast radius. Blaster.
Yeah, nah, like the V blaster as well definitely has its merits here with the bubble and auto bomb. Auto bomb can be especially annoying before water drops. It just forces like everyone to constantly be moving, constantly be aware of where they have to move to stay away from certain things. So again, like that punish playstyle that I feel like Rasbros might want to play can really be accentuated with that auto bomb. Like if they do go for a V blaster pick.
I feel like either are entirely viable, as we've been saying back and forth. There's a ton of viability on such a map as this. And looking at the next few map modes, that does gradually shrink, going down the Clan Blitz on Museum de Alfonsino, and eventually, if need be, the Rainmaker on Mansa Maria.
Yeah, Clan's Museum is definitely one of the tricky ones, to where you have to, like, yes, there's a lot of viability still, but you have to be very specific with how your comp is. If you're going to play it around a certain weapon, then every other weapon on that team has to support that one weapon. Let's say if you're playing E-Leader, for example, then you really need 3 weapons that can paint and do damage. Decapitator comes to mind, like specifically with an E-Leader comp, right? Something fast-paced, something that can put out a lot of paint for the team. It's got a bomb, it's got like a really good holding special. So yeah, definitely, yeah, going down the list, as you said, their viability shrinks a bit more. But again, yeah, the weapons can be very exciting.
100%. I entirely agree. Can we just talk about real quick the layout of specifically Rainmaker Mansa Maria? Because I have had my eyes on that map this entire time. I just want to point that out real quick. I personally am not too much of a fan of this map. I'll be very honest. It's just not my cup of tea. It's just something about the layout. It's being so linear and so condensed in a way.
Yeah, you're right.
Very difficult.
You're definitely right about that. I feel like Tower and Zones, Manta Maria, is like its best modes. Clams you can definitely make an argument for, but Rainmaker just feels so awkward to play on this map, I guess you could say. Specifically with, yeah, with like which check do you go for? How do you push past the check? You know, it's a very you said, condensed area, very like claustrophobic. When you get to those checkpoints, the right side I feel like can be super viable if like teams can get it there, because it means like they can just push straight forward instead of having to go through that curve on the left side. Yeah, like super condensed, super. I think Manta is also a high action map. Would you agree with that?
I would definitely say so. I mean, there are some points where sure it can slow down a little bit, but still, I mean, yeah, I 100% agree. Definitely a lot of fights can be taken. Especially that little street area, a little bunker. Especially that jump, the cut portion of the map going towards the checkpoints on the far sides instead of between the street and bunker. I don't know callouts for that map. Don't really play it much.
Callouts for this map, yeah, definitely very weird. I just noticed something as well, like a common theme with these 3 maps is that retake on all of them. Retake on like all of these maps are super scary. Manta Maria, definitely the scariest out of the 3. Zones, Mahi would be next up, and then Clams Museum. They are very lockout heavy maps. You can definitely just take space and hold it forever if you know what you're doing.
This is true, although if you don't really... You can know what you're doing and still somehow have space not in your favor at some points. And it's not really easy to take that space back. You have to kind of rely on Pixel and special weapons as well. Very crucial portions there. I'm getting news that first results are just in. Krill Switch has 3-0'd Kensaroos.
Oh, okay. That was a very quick set. Definitely, yeah. Wow, Krill Switch, congratulations to them. Kensaroos not done yet, though. We might be seeing more of them.
Anything can happen in this tournament. Seeding tournament number 1 for the series. Just saying. Just saying. Anything's possible today.
Absolutely anything is possible. I am still shaking right now. I'm nervous to see what happens in this set because I feel like it could be a very, very interesting set to watch for the viewers and myself.
Oh, 100%. We got... Ooh, boy. So, getting news here. 30 seconds can remain until we begin. Any last little comments before we enter?
No, not really. I'm just gonna... Yeah, again, good luck, have fun to both of these teams. Up first, Mahi Zones. We've talked so much about it, and I'm so interested to see what we see.
Absolutely. Splasher, wow.
Oh,
unique comps on both sides.
We were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
That Explasher. We were discussing that Explasher, and we were discussing that we don't see the V Blast or C Blast, but these are like both comps that we just did not expect.
100%. See this custom Explasher getting some relatively early picks, something like that Splatana Wiper, the Octobrush going down very quickly, seemingly just holding zone. Already see a splashdown ready to be popped at any point during this match. And Rasbros slowly coming back, trying to take a little bit of space, getting their specials ready. So obviously still early in the game. Water goes down. This is exciting already.
And 1 goes down, 2 go down on the side of Fickle Fishes. Rasbros might be able to claw their way back into middle, especially that zip was quite huge. The Heavy's just trying to paint the zone here. The splashdown does come out, but they do manage to put some penalty points on the board. And now that they do have zone, the Wiper's pushing up, trying to get these dualies, but the dualies do get them. 2 down, 3 down on the side of Rasbros. That was a very quick flip for the Fickle Fishes. They have 1 special up for this hold. The Crab gets popped very early, but we see 3 people poking this left ledge, and Rasbros might be able to just drop down with their hammer soon and absolutely just dive at them.
Goodness, you're absolutely right. We see this Inkjet being popped. Oh no! The Ultra Stim canceled! Oh, this Octobrush goes down. Zuka canceled. Oh, this is somewhat of a disaster. See this Splatana Wiper trying to slowly get in, trying to retake the zone to go down to this Rapid Blaster Deco. See the game clock slowly ticking down on both the normal clock and points. And that's gonna be end of game 1. Wow. Just wow.
And that's exactly what we were talking about before. It's like, retake on this map can be so scary, especially when you Especially with that comp, the Rasbros comp, you have to be very smart about what special to use at what times. Again, that comp is a very punishing comp. You can definitely punish bad plays, but unfortunately, Fickle Fish has just held their ground. Honestly, well played by them. They just shut down any of the specials that they tried popping, shut down any attempts that they had to move, but tried to put some work in on that drop area, but no one was there to follow up on it, and the zone just could not be flipped on time. That is game 1 to Fickle Fishes.
100%. Getting word here, if I'm not mistaken, next result has just entered. Smiling Cephalopods have 3-0'd Monkey Barrel.
Oh, wow.
Getting that game.
Funny.
Congratulations, of course. Smiling Cephalopods, Monkey Barrel. Still got this, guys. You got this.
Monkey Barrel's a team that formed just after the grassroots. Oh, sorry, in the grassroots season, and they have been together for quite a while. They're all really good friends with each other. All very nice people. Yeah, I don't think I've interacted too much with Smiling Cephalopods, but yeah, well played set to them. 3-0. Very, very good stuff.
Absolutely. All right, going into game 2, ever so slowly here. As we were mentioning, Clamblets on Museum de Alfonsino, you can really do a lot on this map. Ton of great retake opportunities, really. You just have to make sure, especially on a map like this, where taking space is so easy with it being so open and honestly such a large map in some cases, where you go couple down, space can be retaken rather easily, and it can just start snowballing, honestly.
Yeah, especially positioning on this map is very hard to find. I've seen like so much in terms of how plays position. It's very team specific with what you want to do on this map. But here we are, game 2, Museum de Alfonsino clams. Oh, the Aerospray MG gets popped on this map. Okay.
That's an interesting combination, having the Snipe Raider and the Aerospray together, I will admit. Looks like the same comp on the side of Rasbros, though. Which, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
100%. I feel like that Aerospray can do quite a bit, though. This opening's going to be a bit slow. One already going down on Rasbros. The Aerospray can 100% get their restarter and just wreath into their ramp if they ever so want to. Cooler gets popped for Fickle Fishes now, and I believe they want to start going, but the Range Buster goes down, the Dualies go down, there's the restarter being popped on the brush, the Viper goes down now, 3 go down on the side of Rasbros, and we have ourselves a Fickle Fishes opening.
My goodness, this is looking completely dominant for Fickle Fishes as Rasbros just keeps going down one by one. There's the Power Clam hitting the basket, and it is the Yahtzee. Can Fickle Fishes follow up on this push, though?
And it looks like they might be able to. They have a Reef Slide at the ready if they ever so want to. 2 going down the side of Rasbros, and more clams being scored by the pencil here. This is looking like it's going to be a really big push. They have a ball, and are they going to be able to score it? Yes, they will. 21 now. There's 2 down on the side of Fickle Fishes, 2 down on Rasbros. This is a very, very dominant match.
Oh my. Game clock ticking down ever so slowly out to 3-1 Clam, and that will be it. And they managed to get it. 100%. Absolutely, just completely dominant performance from Fickle Fishes. That was impressive all around. Great work, guys.
They just, yeah, that comp worked really well with each other. That Aerospray was just putting down the paint, putting down the pressure. The Range Buster was poking from a safe distance, getting those important picks. And then you had the pencil player just, you know, painting behind its team, maybe getting a bit of 70 so that the dualies could maybe push up and capitalize on them, getting their crab out to hold even more space. That was just a disgusting comp to see against a V-heavy comp on Rasbros.
Oh, totally. That was That was honestly a little gross. At first, I was like, is this really the best option, seeing the Sniper Raider 5H and the Aerospray MG on the same team? And as we got into the match, it was just overall, like, completely just shut down, paint the floor type business between the Aerospray and the pencil, until eventually they just took all the space on the spinner and the plat, and it just, like I said, it just completely snowball effect, all the way in to an eventual knockout.
I feel like Ficklefish's comp is definitely a comp that wants people to push into them. That range blaster, if they stick with it, is one of those weapons, like similarly to Naught, where if you walk into its range, it's just over. Like, you just lose that fight. So especially on Manta Maria, that if they stick blast here, definitely gonna be very punishing. Rasbros does have quite an advantage though, I believe, with the brush. That brush on Manta Maria, if they use their zips just right, can get some really important picks.
This is true. The Zipcaster will be a very crucial part of this game as we go in here. Let's see if they do run it again. Anything is possible. Anything can flex at any point. Red Ringer. Alright, same thing looking from Rasbros, and drastic changes once again for Fickle Fishes. See the Decavitator and Dreadringer come out. Not very expected, I believe. Though I could be wildly incorrect. I'm not quite sure what these players actually use.
Well, this team, especially Ficklefish, is a very flexible team. They are well practiced in their weapons, definitely. Like, EK is, I believe, got 3 weapons that he mains on 5-star. You know, AJ is just an all-round very, very good player when it comes to the weapons he plays. We saw him play Explosion, we saw him play Aerospray, now he's on Decav. That Bubble and Reslider plus Crab is gonna just be disgusting for Ficklefishes to run through. And if you see the hammer being popped now from Rasbros, gets 1, gets 2, is looking for a 3rd pick if they can. The brush now on the bunker. The Dreadringer trying to punish them for it, and Ficklefishes still has the Rainmaker. They might have to be able to take this all the way to check.
Definitely, they'd miss it just by a minuscule little bit. And to see Rasbros slowly taking back space, the Rainmaker's on the bunker. Zuka comes out, picks 1, and just pressuring that pencil up top. We're gonna see a pop and probably a go here from Rasbros, though. See that pencil on the bunker, I mean, it's not looking entirely promising. Smart does drop down the splatter shot. Pepsi looks to be stuck up there for a little bit. This is rather interesting. Just locked down, it would appear, from all sides.
2 going down on the side of Ficklefishes, but 2 also down on the side of Rasbros. The Restarter does get popped, and Rainmaker gets punished. I believe that was by the pencil. So, honestly, Rasbros still has the chance to go through, but the Decavitator trying to punish this brush. Now, the brush does end up getting them. They don't have bubble for a bit, and the brush is going bunker, and they see the jump. This might be a good push for Rasbros, no, but no, the Decavitator does punish them, and we are going to see a reset on the Rainmaker.
Beautiful play there by Fickle Fishes, as I'd like to mention. See this Decavitator pressuring Ditto on Wiper, and just controlling space on the right side here. Just waiting for the opportunity, waiting for the specials, and waiting for the numbers to push in, try and take back all this missing space in mid from Rasbros, all coated up in the purple link here. Bunker being overtaken by the Dreadringer and the pencil, and it's a wipeout! Oh my goodness! We're gonna see a ton of space being taken by Fickle Fishes here, probably a run and go. Get that checkpoint on the left side here. Good golly.
Wow, this is, like, Manta Maria, definitely a, as we were saying, high action game. Not a lot has happened outside of mid. They just got to the checkpoint now, Ficklefishes, and Rasbros is already looking to take mid, and they're looking to pop their hammer into middle. It's, wow, this is just, yeah, like, this is a close match.
this entirely action-packed set here. This game in specific, see this crab tank ready to be popped at any point, as well as this reef slider on the side of Fickle Fishes, although Rasbros does have a zip caster and a wave breaker ready to be used at any point. And out comes the wave breaker from the heavy splatling. You see some pressure being held on the right side of mid, going around, rotating towards the checkpoint, grabbing the Rainmaker off the bunker. This could either go horribly wrong or horribly right. It does depend on how Fickle Fishes decides to push in here through the street or the bunker. 2 goes down for Rasbros, and it does look to be on the side of horribly right so far.
And this could, yeah, again, go one of 2 ways, but the 2 ways I'd like to say Fickle Fishes can either stall the Rainmaker if they get the repop, but no, it looks like Rasbros gonna get the repop, so if they are able to get it again, they could stall it on one of the sides. It's either that or they could keep pushing it to get more points. Their lead isn't too comfy right now. Rasbros can still definitely make a comeback, but it doesn't look like they'll be able to with this much time left.
100%. We see this Rasbros trying to hold space in mid. Zuka comes out and he picks, and it is decline. Wow. Wild set. Very uncomfy last match, I will say. Not a very cushiony lead, as you had mentioned. Though we are going to see that game go to Fickle Fishes. It's going to be a 3-0. Great work from both teams here. End of set, 3-0. Again, great job, Fickle Fishes. Rasbros, keep it up, guys. That was incredibly close. I have faith. I will put my word in. I believe Rasbros can go. Okay. And as we slowly transition into our next set after that beautiful 3-0 by Fickle Fishes, we're going to take a quick break. We will be right back with more action-packed Splatoon 3 content. Welcome back, everybody. Here, we do see round 2 on board. We're gonna see Krill switch, take on Smiling Cephalopods in our round 2 setup here. Now, both of these teams did 3-0. They're round 1. I will say that. Who is the better team? I'm personally not sure. It could go either way, in my eyes, because I don't know these teams personally. On a personal level, at least. I will say that. See the rosters show up there.
You may not know them on a personal level, but I can say for certain that I do. We'd see James, Jazz, Redeye, Meatboy, Asudo, D-Jam, inside of Krill Switch. Personally, I've known these guys for quite a while. They are some close friends of mine, but also on the other team, Smiling Cephalopods, some also close friends of mine, Jinx, Venoa, Crowboy, and Fickle. I believe that is Ryder, but they have changed their name to Fickle more recently. So yeah, I love all these players. I think they're gonna give us a really good set. I've scrimmed against Smiling Cephalopods with a slightly different roster in recent times, and they were doing pretty strong. I've also scrimmed against Krill Switch recently, and they've been doing amazingly as well. So I'm very, very excited for this set.
Oh, absolutely. Wow, bold pick here. Seeing Splat Zone, as we see the map list, of course, we see Splat Zones on Ship-Shaped Cargo Co, Tower Control on Inkla Art Academy, and the real kicker here, Eeltail Alley Clamblitz?
Ooh, I think it's a sleeper pick. I think Clam's Eeltail is a very sleeper pick. It's such a fun map. Nobody sees it, but competitively, this is one of the like more interesting clams maps. It feels. We all see like clams, barnacle, and all that, but yeah, first game here we have zones, ship-shaped cargo, my favorite map, and I'm very excited to see what Meat Boy pulls out here.
Aerospray.
Aerospray, yep.
See the Aerospray come out. Wow, I will say, rather similar comps to the last set, though I won't compare much. Seeing this opening here, looking just like farming for an early tacticooler, trying to paint the zone. See the first tacticooler come out, I believe, on the side of Smiling Cephalopods from that Snipe Rider. Striking the zone already. Wow. Very early specials, my word. I'm impressed. I can't get my special this quickly.
This looks like, honestly... Oh, and Meat Boy's in their side of the court right now. He does get punished. There's 3 backed up in their court. Krill Switch might be able to move with this and flip the zone. We see the bucket already in their top left. The Zuka already in their top left as well. This is an all over the place game. Like, this looks like the average ship-shape game to me. We have strikes now being popped up. We have people retaking left, right, center. Meat Boy trying to move through the zone. The bucket goes down, and some high energy gameplay from both teams. Crab is ready, and it's going to be popped on this block. And this looks like it's going to be Smiling Cephalopods opening.
Absolutely, this zone is getting flipped incredibly quickly, though. Smiling Cephalopods currently is in the lead, not by much though. Anything is very possible. We see this Reef Slider ready to come out at any point in the next coming seconds or minute or however long. There it is. From Meat Boy. Gets punished immediately. Does get a pick though. Good trade-off there. 2 down, 1 down. 1 down, 2 down, 1 down. Zone neutralize anyone's game still.
Oh, and the bucket and shot try. Oh, the shot gets stuck underneath, but the bucket. Oh wait, the shot gets a pick in their court. That's an amazing pick. The bucket goes top left. Will the shot be able to get another pick? No, they will not. But they have stalled out the back zone long enough for Krill Switch to maybe try pushing in. Smiling Cephalopod still has the zone though. They have their crab set up on their top right. They're looking to get a pick onto this Reef Slider before the Reef Slider has been able to use. Pushing the top left right now for Krill Switch. The Zuka comes out, the Reef Slider comes out, the strikes come out, everything is coming out for this push, and 2 go down on the Smiling Cephalopods with Cooler as well. Another one goes down the Smiling Cephalopods. What is this match?
This is absolutely insane. People are going down left and right. Specials being popped like every other second. Ready and getting popped near immediately. We see strikes ready, a Zuka ready, a Crab Tank ready, a Reef Slider ready, more strikes ready. All these could come out at any point. Strikes being popped and 1 goes down, 2 down, 1 down. Oh my word, I can't even keep up with this. This is amazing.
This is what top of mid-level OC looks like. Oh, zone is going down to for ticks. 3 go down to the side of Krill Switch. This could be huge, but 3 go down on the Smiling Cephalopods. They are going to still... Krill Switch is going to keep the zone. Will they be able to knock it out? Yes, they will. The DC as well, unfortunately, on the side of Smiling Cephalopods. But that will be game 1 to Krill Switch, I believe.
That is rough. Game 1 does indeed go to Krill Switch, as we see via score bar. Impressive game all around. Zone flipped several times. Too many to count. Too many picks. I can't count that high. I can count to 6 on a good day.
This is why it's one of my favorite maps, Ship Shape. It has the most interesting retakes when played super quickly, especially in those kind of comps. The bucket shot comp from Krill Switch is such a punishing comp. We saw the bucket just getting pick after pick on the ledge with its splat bomb and pick after pick across the top area. The Zukas just come out for easy retake, easy hold. The crab on the side of Smiling Cephalopods as well. Just incredible play by both teams. The next map, however, is going to be Inkblot Tower. A bit slower of a map, but as well, it's still very interesting map. It has interesting flanks, it has interesting approach methods. I feel like both comps can still work for each team as well.
Oh, absolutely. This map, in particular, one of my personal favorites, going from map I don't really like to one of my favorites. See, the thing I really like about this is certain weapons can control areas of this map very easily. Talk about blasters and sloshers on the bats area specifically. That area of this map is absolutely crucial to any push that you want to make. Let it be a retake or a push in trying to knock out that tower. It is absolutely required in a way to have control of that one specific section of the top left area of this map. And if you don't have that, it is going to be very hard to get back in or get the objective as far as you need to knock it out. So anything, of course, can happen. Although once you get control of that area, it's honestly kind of a pain to take back on just yourself. It's something else, I will say that. Although I am excited to see how this will go with the rather interesting comp we did see last game with the arrow spray.
Honestly, Meat Boy's strongest mode isn't even zones, but tower control. He has some very interesting weapon picks for this map. He might either go for Sploosh or Luna. He does go for the Sploosh this time around.
How did you call that?
And we have a roller now with an edit. Ooh, this is going to be a very different match to what we saw last game.
Yeah, very sneaky builds occur here. We see the Ninja Squid on that Splat Roller, taking a look at those abilities at the beginning of the game. And Meat Boy already going around getting that pick on the custom range blaster, going all the way in. My goodness! And 2 down early on the side of Krill Switch, and there are more picks where that came from. 3 down. As we see the eventual push, that cooler comes up, and this pencil is ready and raring to go on the right side here. It's looking rather interesting for Smiling Cephalopods in this opening here, although they do seem to be taking a lot of space in mid and pushing this tower as we speak.
And the pen is just trying to take so much space right now. This is a very upfront pen, definitely like confrontational. Smiling Cephalopods do get the strikes out. Unfortunately, 2 go down to the hammer. Can another one go to... Yes, Meat Boy gets a triple up on their plaid. And the strikes do come out from Krill Switch. Don't know how much it's going to do for them, but the roller is now backed up. The edit's now backed up. Oh, edit does get an important pick on the shot. The tower's moving up. Cooler is very good block for the pen, sorry. The roller is pushing this pen, but the bucket is just holding this bats area with the sploosh. The sploosh is just trying to shark out for some kills, and the hammer is popped again. 2 in 1 minute. Where like this sploosh is just ratting in their base, going up again. Tower is being stalled for that checkpoint. 2 people. Oh, and the sploosh is going all the way into their base once again. Trying to get some important picks, looking to get this roller. Does get punished, and now Smiling Cephalopods can retake middle.
Absolutely, we do see Krill Switch taking some space back here as we see the bucket starting to struggle a little bit alone here against this blaster. They do retreat efficiently. See that splashdown being popped out of that custom blaster, although do see them go down immediately after. Now numbers are relatively even. We see the tri-strikes come out, and this bucket does have strikes ready. All 3 down at once, and Jinx slowly moving forward with the splat roller. 2 do go down, 3 down, a lot down on both sides of the game here, and tower slowly moving back into mid on the side of Smiling Cephalopods. Seeing them retake mid with this pencil and the splatter shot. And it's just looking all-around game so far. Smiling Cephalopods currently with a not so great lead, although they are slowly coming back as we see Meat Boy in here with this ultra stamp and just being a little nuisance in the enemy base.
Just one correction there. Blue side is Krill Switch, yellow side is Smiling Cephalopods.
I can't count.
Yeah, the scoreboard is a bit wrong here, but Smiling Cephalopods have to deal with this sploosh in their base, taking... This sploosh is taking so much attention. I'm going to be so real with you. The pencil is punishing absolutely everyone. This Sea Blaster cannot move with the dominance that this pencil is putting on the right stack. It is disgusting how far this weapon can reach. They have Cooler out now. They have a hammer ready for use. Smiling Cephalopods has a bubble ready, but unfortunately gets picked off. will, like, it's going to be so hard for Smiling Cephalopods to get back into middle without this roller's feet being painted. The pencil's just holding so much of the paint. Splashdown does come out, doesn't manage to get a pick. The bucket does get picked off though. The sploosh also gets picked off. The 3 go down on the side of Krill Switch, and Smiling Cephalopods will be able to start a push if they have strikes at the ready. The edit is on the tower. I'm ready to see some lead exchanges.
100%. We do see that cooler being used up early, although we do see his pencil still holding on to it. A wipeout! Oh my goodness! Smiling Cephalopods goes down! Krill Switch easing their way back into mid. He jumps in, I believe. And my words, easy space taken back by Krill Switch in the middle area towards the left side. And tower can possibly be pushed up here.
This is one of Krill Switch's strongest map modes, Tower Inkblot. They are very well practiced on this map. Smiling Cephalopods looks a bit separated as it is. The shot does manage to find a pick 2 down inside of Smiling Cephalopods, but if Smiling Cephalopods does end up trying to play together a bit more towards the end, they can definitely still get one more good push in, but Krill Switch is looking super dominant, especially in this bats area. It's looking like a disgusting lead for Krill Switch.
Goodness, absolutely. We do see 3 go down for Krill Switch, and Smiling Cephalopods slowly starting to take some space back. Goes into overtime here. Now, Smiling Cephalopods does need to get relatively far, take that checkpoint back to get the lead, but it's looking somewhat promising so far. Oh! What happened?
GG strikes. The GG strikes came out and the shot just gunned it to the tower. What an amazing game by Krill Switch. It wasn't too big of a lead, but that lead was enough to just like completely lock out Smiling Cephalopods. Like both teams could wipe out at that first when they were pushing to bats actually. But like was there a checkpoint break this game? I don't believe there was.
There was. No, there definitely was.
There was checkpoint 1.
Krill Switch, I believe
checkpoint 1 was broken by both teams, but
it was,
yes.
Krill Switch was the only team to break through 2, although not by much.
Yeah, not by much. That was a very close game. Again, even if it's 0-2 for Smiling Cephalopods, they can definitely take Illtail Clams. This is a map that's very weird, honestly. Meat Boy would probably know how to play this map the best, seeing as he is kind of, a clans expert, I feel, but Smiling Cephalopods definitely does have a very strong chance to just wipe the game from here.
100%. We see in game 3, enlarged now on your screen. As we slowly go into this, and as I say that, it does not anymore. Although this map is, and there it goes again. Wow, slightly weird picks here, can be seen most likely. You mentioned Meat Boy will probably know how to play this the best. We have seen, usually questionable picks off of that individual with the arrow spread in game 1 and sploosh in game 2. I wonder what could be thrown out here. Illtail Clams. I'm not really 100% certain, honestly. A lot can be played here, but at the same time, not much can be played here, if you catch what I'm trying to throw down.
It's a Clams Museum moment, I feel, where like you can definitely have some interesting ideas, but then your whole comp has to be based around that one interesting idea, right? Like if I was going to play decav on this map, well then let me play something that has a bit more range so I can support the decav from a safe distance, right?
Yeah.
Like Illtail Clams a bit of a strict map. I feel like skirmisher comps might do quite better on this map rather than complete slayers.
Not to mention its linearity. Is that a word?
Maybe it is. Whoa.
It's very linear. Completely different comp. I'll just throw that out there right now. Smiling Cephalopods not running the same thing whatsoever. We do see the Splosiomatic come out for Krill Switch. And one goes down the squeezer early. Dynamo is a very interesting pick here. I will say that.
Yeah, especially when you're going against a pencil, but I guess it could work in that top mid area. The strikes do come out for Smiling Cephalopods. One goes down inside of Krill, so trying to get that hammer off. They have 2 balls at the ready. If they're able to get these up, it is going to be dangerous for Smiling Cephalopods. And there we go, the Dynamo assisting that punish. That's why it's a bit strong on this map, because that top mid area is very hard to push past. Smiling Cephalopods just going to run 2 balls, I guess, into... already down to 50 points. It's like, this is what I was saying before. Smiling Cephalopods has it ready, I feel.
That did look like a bit of a delayed wipe there. Smiling Cephalopods down to 31. My goodness. 3 goes down for Smiling Cephalopods. So those M-Parry dualies holding a bit of space for a moment as it is a delayed wipeout. 3 back and space being slowly retaken for both sides in the bit of a middle area here of the game, although not much of a middle area score-wise, 31 to 100, but I digress.
That was such a fast push. Iltel clams, Iltel in general, if you can get one big push, that could be it for the game. The squeezer does end up punishing the Gal. They have a ball up, they do get punished by Tanatech, and everything is just happening on their side. 3 go down on the side of the Smiling Cephalopods. They have another ball up, I believe. They will, oh, yes they do. They will be able to maybe run some more clams, and the bucket is holding space really well here, trying to find some good punishes. The Sploosh has another ball, of course.
Oh my goodness.
What score is Krill Switch at? I believe it's at 54 or 34. Will they be able to take them? They do. 20.
There's the lead.
19. We might be able to see
down
this
to 19 already. This is an incredibly high-scoring game, or not even halfway in, I believe, if my math is correct. We're seeing this squeezer take a ton of space for Smiling Cephalopods, although that's not even a squeezer, that's a 96 Gal. My apologies. Cracking all the way into the base. And strikes do come out. Splashdown ready to be popped at any moment here. The Tanatech splatter shot moving backwards and forwards and backwards with this ball does get picked off by the squeezer, unfortunately. And another beautiful pick there. Wow. This is very close.
Oh, and the ball can be run here. Can it get in? No, it can't. That splashdown was so huge, and 3 go down inside of Smiling Cephalopods in the middle as well. 2 balls they had to score there, but yeah, Krill Switch defended that really nicely. It's a bit of a rushed move from Smiling Cephalopods, I think, but Krill Switch now can just set up to kind of play a bit lax, play for them to run, for Smiling Cephalopods to run into them, play for just very important picks that can keep the game in their favor.
Oh, totally. You see these tri-strikes come out, and the ball is scored. 100. We do see this penalty slowly start to come down inside of Krill Switch. This ball ready to be jumped, hopefully, at any point, and down to 10.
Oh my god. What
Game
is this
could end
game?
at any point here if Krill Switch can just get a couple more clans in. It does not look like they will be able to. Basket does close down to 10 plus 24. High penalties on both sides here. Neither can score with just 1 ball, as we can see. 24 and 34 respectively. This is a very high scoring game already. As I mentioned before, this Sploosh-matic just running around frantically trying to cheat death a little bit. Ultra Stamp does come out, evading possible tri-strikes. In all the way to the base! Gets a pick. This is monumental. There's the score. Ball being jumped. 22.
Smiling Cephalopods just need a few more clams. The 3 down outside of Krill Switch. We need more score here. Crowboy is going to be able to make the score. Will he be able to score 2 more? Yes, Jinx has a few more clams, and that's the lead. They just need 2 more clams to win this game. And the jump in.
Fractions.
And they able to take
Knockout.
it. Oh my god.
What a game!
What
I have no words. What a game!
That was an absolutely hype game. Both teams just back and forth, high scores. That's what I'm saying about Ilto Clams. It is such a slept on map. It is such an interesting like exciting map. When you get a hold, if you know what you're doing, you can just bunker it down. That Dynamo was a good pick for Smiling Cephalopods. The dualies having like the unparried dualies, the 96, just everything worked on that team together.
Oh, totally. That game was something else. I'm still a little bit out of breath after that. Very high scores on both sides, as you mentioned. Impressive pushes. Very just wow game. Is Krill Switch does take the set 2-1 over Smiling Cephalopods. What a set!
I don't think we'll be able to top this today. I'm not sure. How do you get more hype than this? This is just...
I don't think you can.
This is what peak Splatoon looks like in my eyes. This is when two teams who really want to win fight against each other. They try their hardest to win. This is what it looks like.
Yeah, that was a set of Splatoon. That was probably honestly one of the most hype sets I've ever seen. Excuse me. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with both teams. Massive congratulations to both sides of this score here. I don't really... I mean, I will say this. It did not look dominant for either side at any point.
Oh, 100%.
There were moments where retake was more than possible, and both sides did capitalize on their opponent's misfortunes. The Smiling Cephalopods did seem to come out on top at the end with an unfortunate wipeout. Incredible team play there. I'm a little bit in shock.
I am as well. Again, Krill Switch is one of those teams that has been a mainstay in OC for a while. They've been playing since, I believe, 2023. And Smiling Cephalopods is a team where 3 of the players used to be on the same team, but now they've recently come together and started playing the game again, so a few of these players might be a bit washed, but that does... Man, with the performance they were pulling today, if they continue at this rate, Krill Switch and Smiling Cephalopods will have an amazing rivalry during this the series, especially if they both get into Div 2.
My god, I'm very excited. I would love to see these two vie once again as we slowly begin to hopefully we can see the next round come up eventually. Any words, Mitzi?
Not much, honestly, but yeah, I believe we'll just be taking a short break now until the next set starts. So yeah, stay around until then. That was Krill Switch vs Smiling Cephalopods, and we will be right back.
And welcome back. Very simple, welcome back. Our next setup, we do have Kensaroos against Smiling Cephalopods. We did just see Smiling Cephalopods, but we have not seen Kensaroos tonight. I'm very excited to see what these guys can bring to the table.
Oh, and it looks like Kensaroos on their team. Sorry, is Tiger correct on that? I don't know. Oh, okay, so ignore the Tiger part, but we have PD, TNT, Visible, Stone, and Koa on one team. That is going to be the Kensaroos, and the other team we have Smiling Cephalopods, Jinx, Ven, Noah, Crowboy, and Ryder, who is named Baikal. So we just, yes, as Abyx said, we did see Smiling Cephalopods last set, some of the most entertaining stuff we have seen tonight, but I think Kensaroos can still put up an amazing set as well against Smiling Cephalopods. These are some people who are namestays in the OC region. Kensaroos, I think they've been around for a bit less longer time than Krill Switch, but still have been around for a long time. So yeah, they have some coordination that we'll be able to see tonight.
Totally, and as we load up this map list here, it's sort of the same thing we've seen last set, where it's two pretty normally seen tournament ran maps, and then what? so we got Umami Ruins Blast Zones, Rainmaker on Undertow Spillway, and then Tower Control on Wahoo World. I'm in shock.
Look, it's always the last map. It's always the last map.
It's always the last map.
Yeah. I think there's a common theme here with how Oceanink does things. We have the last map be the one that, like, people just kind of question, which I mean is good, because these are maps that are not seen in comp, but they are the most interesting maps that we've seen tonight. And we already in the first game, wow, Umami ruined zones.
Oh, wow.
That was very quick.
So comes out. Ooh, Bamboozler. I'm excited.
Ooh. Yeah. PD on the Bamboozler there. I've never seen them play it before. We also see a Tenebrella that's going to just be pushing the zone. It's a very expected pick on this map. I'm going to be so real with you, but I've never seen Venoa play before. Both teams are now very neutral in their positions. 2 go down inside of Kensaroos, 1 down inside of Cephalopods, and it's going to be a bit of a weird opening, I think.
100%. I see this zone being constantly flipped. Super Chumps come out. Tri-Strikes come out on both sides. 2 down to a bomb. Absolutely enormous play for Smiling Cephalopods. Kensaroos needs to get back in at some point. 2 go down to the Zuka. This is somewhat of a delayed wipe if you think about it. 3 down. And this Tenebrella is just taking so much space on this block, it's not even funny anymore.
This Tenebrella is absolutely disgusting for this map. Like, just putting up the shield and running through the kind of corridor areas. That bubble is going to be super huge for them as well. That cooler being placed super perfectly. The pet is so far up. This is just complete dominance by Smiling Cephalopods. 1 goes down, but they do have cooler. 2 go down. 1 goes down on the side of Kensaroos. They are a bit delayed in their retake, but the Zap's going to try for a flank. Maybe not. Maybe just to paint the zone. 18 ticks left. They'll be able to just recap it, Smiling Cephalopods, and they're just going to keep the zone. The Bamboos are pushing up real far, trying to get a punish here, and they have cooler up, and this is just looking like maybe a Kensaroos flip.
Absolutely, and we do see that flip there. Now 68 penalty on the side of Smiling Cephalopods. See 2 go down for Kensaroos, although they are back relatively quickly. Splashdown comes out. It is even numbers at some points there, and just delayed kill and splat after splat. We do see players going down. Bamboozler left side. This is rather massive for Kensaroos, trying to just take space, hold the zone, get specials up. You see that tacticaler ready to be popped any second now. Jinx does go down to a splat bomb. It appears strike explosives around the map. Holding the zone, this is impressive so far from Kensaroos, but will they be able to hold is the question with the strike strikes.
The Chomps are definitely a good pick on this map, I feel like. Not many people use Chomps on this map. 2 go down the side of Kensaroos, and the Smiling Cephalopods will be able to maybe come back and put some penalty points. Another one goes down. But yeah, Chomps on this map, I think, are very strong because of that choke area. And especially if you just want to cap one zone, you can just throw some Chomps past it and go for it. Kensaroos is just putting up a strong fight, but do get wiped out by Smiling Cephalopods. They'll finally be able to put some points on the board and push into their base. You see that Tenebrella and Roller already taking so much space. They have a bubbler at the ready if they want to. And the Roller is just looking to push up, and they do. The 2 go down right now onto a Splat Bomb 1. I don't even know how. We have Tri-Strikes almost ready for Smiling Cephalopods. They do go up, I believe, in a bit. Yes, they do. The Chomps do come out for Kensaroos, and it's another hold for Smiling Cephalopods.
My goodness. 2 go down to that 10-6 splatter shot here. Splat Bombs incredibly likely come out here, or not. We just see pick after pick, splat after splat. 3 down. Kensaroos slightly staggered here, and it is a knockout. Good God. And that's going to be game 1 taken for Smiling Cephalopods.
This is what we're talking about as well, with the fact that Kensaroos can put up a really strong fight against these guys. They are OC mainstays after all. But Smiling Cephalopods definitely do have more experience in the game in general. I feel like Venoa is one of those older people who has a lot of game sense. Jinx as well has quite a bit of game sense. The Pencil being able to push up that far, like this is just a team that knows more about the game, I'll say. They know like what punishes work really well, when to back off. They did have some stumbles in the game. I could that was definitely able to see, especially on retake. It was a bit messy, but that is just an Umami zones thing, I believe. Like you just have to keep gunning it towards the zone with a special to see where it'll kind of go.
Absolutely, that map was very lockout heavy. If you are to look at it from a relatively competitive standpoint, you can lock the enemy out extremely easily in their base, on their plat, etc., etc., and really just try and limit their space that can be taken with specials and bombs and whatnot, because there's really only two major entry points, that being the right side and that little drop pit area, and then the main ramp where most of the action is likely going to be concentrated. So obviously that was a little messy at points, though Smiling Cephalopods did manage to get it done. Going into game 2 here, Rainmaker Undertow Spillway, one of my favorite Rainmaker maps, probably my favorite Rainmaker map, just in general.
Definitely interesting pick for a favorite. I'm gonna say this outright. I don't know if I like this map too much, specifically because of the fact that it's very hard to push on. I guess that does make for a good Rainmaker map with the choke points and all, but it feels so sloppy to just get out of mid, get into like a good position. It's like a bit messy. You might have to rely on like a zip caster to take away some attention, maybe a hammer through that little side area. I feel like hammer is like definitely viable on this map, and Zuka as well. And here we are going to game 2.
Comps come out. Nautilus. Interesting.
Double blaster.
Someone does the same comp. Double blaster. Very interesting. Yes. See that rapid blaster, Pro Deco. Very mouthful of a name. And Kensaroos will appear to get the initial pop. As we see the Sniper Raider just painting for a cooler. Does get it down on the right side, and Tri-Strikes are already up. Looks like Smiling Cephalopods is playing. My apologies for initial early paint on all sides of the map. They do go down. They do get an early checkpoint. Wow. That was a very good opening push. I'm impressed.
I feel like that opening push from Smiling Cephalopods just to get the checkpoint off will help them later in the game, especially because that checkpoint is such a choke to get past. So if they're able to just paint past it on a later push and get towards like maybe the 20 mark-ish, then that'll be really good. But one going down on each side for each team, Jinx managing to find another punish, maybe able to find another one in the form of this blaster. No, they do get taken down by the triple splashdown, and Kensaroos might be able to set up something. Another one goes down on the side of Smiling Cephalopods, but again, like a trade for trade, honestly, on this map so far. It looks like Smiling Cephalopods and Kensaroos just can't find themselves in comfortable positions.
Oh, totally. We do see 2 go down on the side of Kensaroos. 3, correction. 4. Wow. Delayed wipeout. As we see Smiling Cephalopods starting to push forward again, try and take this Rainmaker a little bit further than they did initially. You see this big bubbler ready to be popped at any point now. 3 do go down for Kensaroos. 4, another delayed wipeout. That range blaster is the only one left up. Custom blaster. Looks like a range. There's the pop and knockout. Wow.
Spot on the prediction there. We like that, yeah, that early check. Again, they were just able to paint past it. They didn't need to stop. They didn't need to repop. That was like amazing play from Smiling Cephalopods. Kensaroos tried to get their footing middle, but I feel like that double blaster comp doesn't really give them any opportunity to kind of move, especially their specials are kind of like a bit out of whack sometimes, it feels. That might just be a comp issue, or that might just be a issue with how they're playing it, but again, Kensaroos did do their best to play around that comp in the game. Undertow Spillway for those weapons is a very, very hard mix, I feel, for Smiling Cephalopods and Kensaroos. It's just that Smiling Cephalopods did have bit more of an idea what they're doing. But Wahoo Tower, I think. Wahoo Tower, both teams don't have too much practice on it, so it'll be a lot closer, I think.
Wahoo Tower is very interesting in general. Wahoo, statistically, the biggest map in the game by paintable area, if you did not know. But also just the fact of its relatively awkward layout for the tower path as well, going around and down and all around and what have you. It's going to be very interesting trying to push forward with the several available points for retake very easily.
I feel like Wahoo Tower is an example of what makes a tower map good. It's a very awkward. It's awkward for the tower rider to get in any sort of dominant position. We see it on like Robo Ramen as well, where it's easy to shoot at the tower, but not easy enough to where you can just like instantly win the fight. You know. So yeah, like tower maps need to be more like this, where the tower is easy to get up to, but then you still need to rely on your own game sense and mechanical ability to get the tower away from the enemies. I feel like Blaster on this map can do just that, and we have three Blaster players in this lobby, so I'll probably be interested to see what Blasters they do bring out.
Totally. Blasters are going to likely be on high demand here. I would not be surprised if we see one on both sides. Although I'm not really sure what kind of Blaster players exist here. Could just be the same comp. Wow, Tri-Slosher. And no Blasters at all.
Wow, this is a switch up. Neo Machine on the side of Kensaroos. And let's just talk about this for a second. We have a ZF. ZF, shout out for Smiling Cephalopods. Definitely a very strong weapon, honestly. The scope version has a bit more range to it, but the V1 is completely viable, I believe. A Cool already coming out from the side of Kensaroos, and they're trying to punish this middle area, maybe trying to paint around underneath so the roller can't really go anywhere. Strikes to come out for Smiling Cephalopods, and we might be able to see a punish. Yes, we do on this Tri-Slasher. Maybe we might be able to see it on the Charger here. No, they do get out in time, and Smiling Cephalopods looks really backed up right now.
Yeah, definitely. Major difference in the comp here. Kensaroos appears to just be a very fast-paced comp with the end zap and several short-range to mid-range weapons, as a comparison to Smiling Cephalopods with their ZNF Charger and the Tri-Slosher and 10-6 Splash Shot. Not to mention their Spy Roller as well. But just a very drastic difference in the playstyle, considering the difference in range as well, as mentioned. So this game can really go in several directions if they can punish if Kensaroos can punish the weapons that are not the Charger will be forced to back up, resulting in an easy push.
Now, that's what we saw earlier in the game. As soon as the Tri-Slosher went down, I believe, it was just an easy push for Kensaroos. Unfortunately, they are getting punished on their own right now. The ZF making a very important pick. That's going to secure them checkpoint 1, I believe, and the strikes do come out. This is a double strike comp as well, which is going to be super helpful for the roller. The Tri-Slosher as well is just a very good fighting weapon in general. They do have strikes up now. Again, the Kensaroos can put up their strikes. Oh, 2 go down on the side of Smiling Cephalopods. 3 down now. Might be... Oh, wait, the roller is still on tower. 15, but now Smiling Cephalopods have their push ended, and Kensaroos might be able to make something happen in the middle very, very soon.
My word, I would not be surprised. We see these Tri-Strikes ready to be thrown down at any point. Stray splat bombs going near everywhere in the middle of the map. These Tri-Strikes popped right about now, I'd say. I'm wrong.
You're right.
Does get popped. There they are. Spectacular down. A lot of picks down to Tri-Strikes' middle area in high contest via Tri-Strikes and other external forces. We'll put it as this machine just trying to punish this ledge here with the Zuka ready and raring to go. One does go down to Kensaroos. That could be a very crucial pick, that being the NZAP, with no cooler available to them to retake this space. And it's just the Charger now. Good lord. A lot of picks just occurring rapidly, one after another Charger does go down. A lot of space just being exchanged, and anything can really happen here, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, honestly, this is just looking like a trade city in the center, but in terms of trading weapons, Kensaroos has the advantage in that they have a faster cooler, and that they have these weapons that, like, if they trade, it's just fine for them to come back, you know. Smiling Cephalopods is struggling to get back in. Those chumps are just going to keep a bit of space for a bit more time. If the ZF can get, like, one pick on the tower specifically, then they will be able to start pushing back in if the strikes can come out from both the weapons as well. It looks like two of the... There's the Charger. The Brawler's trying to push up now. The Charger is looking to get... Oh, and they do get another pick. This is going to look like a maybe retake for Smiling Cephalopods.
I would not be surprised whatsoever. We do see these Tri-Strikes ready from this ZNF Charger. That bubble just being obliterated one after another. Tri-Slasher does go down. And down to tab shots, I believe. Or no, that's the 10 sec. My apologies. Drops down. Two go down potentially? One goes down. Two goes down total. Lost that fight there. This tag cooler ready in about 5 seconds. Look at me calculating. See space speed just being taken back in mid by this Tri-Slosher and this Roller. Trying to get behind, and he's going to be in overtime, and they are on tower.
That was overkill, those Tri-Strikes there. The Roller already had the pick. No need to do that, in my opinion. But yeah, Smiling Cephalopods just had the better holds, I feel. Kensaroos definitely, they had the correct approach. They had the space. They knew what they wanted to do. It was just about the execution, and I don't believe it was just quite there, you know. Again, very long stay players. I'll mention this as many times as I need to. Both teams have long stay players. Kensaroos is the longest staying team with the new addition of Roxy, who used to be on Aim for the Stars. But yeah, that was a very interesting set to watch. Very close in some cases. The Umami zones could have gone either way. I feel like if it was played 10 more times, it would have been maybe like a 60-40 split. But yeah, congratulations to Smiling Cephalopods and Kensaroos for putting up an amazing fight. Smiling Cephalopods takes the set 3-0 though.
Absolutely, what a set. Congratulations to both teams. Not quite over just yet. Absolutely not. We do have more coming at you eventually. Let's see some of these. Do you have any, just real quick, after what we did see on that Undertow game, do you have any recurring opinions on whether Undertow is necessarily a good Rainmaker map in your opinion, or one of your, like, one of the ones? Did that map influence your opinion on it whatsoever, do you believe?
I like it strengthened my opinion, honestly. Again, it's just one of those maps that is really messy in the middle, and that's just what Splatoon is. It's a very messy game. But I feel like in some cases, Rainmaker Undertow can be like a very fun map, but in a lot of cases, it's very stally. It's Rainmaker. We all know how Rainmaker's played by this point. But yeah, no, I feel like it's honestly strengthened my opinion on it.
Interesting. I feel like that map, especially, I just want to talk about that early push that we saw, where I believe it was Smiling Cephalopods, please correct me if I'm wrong, did capture that early checkpoint on the left side, and that did actually win them the game, like you had predicted very accurately. Getting the early checkpoint and just being able to push it in extremely far, with leaving little to no wiggle room for Kensaroos to move much or take a ton of space back before the eventual end of the game.
Yeah, 100%. Especially with their comp, they were able to just do that. You know, the Nautilus paints forward for itself. It picked up the Rainmaker, scored it, and then on the next push, they had Bubble ready. They had ready, I believe. They had just so much space to be taking. But yeah, that was the set, and I believe we might be taking a short break. Correct me if I'm wrong. Do we have one more set? Yep, okay. Just got word that we do have one more set, so we will be taking a break until it starts. Don't go anywhere, because there will be more, and we'll catch you in a bit.
Welcome back, guys. Round 4. Who's excited? I'm excited. Mitzi, are you excited?
I am very excited. I love both these teams from the bottom of my heart, Monkey Barrel and Kill Switch. These old players that I've spent quite a bit of time with. On the side of Krill Switch, we have James, Jazz, Red Eye, Meat Boy, Asudo, D-Jam, as we saw before, and Monkey Barrel, who we haven't seen today, is Outbound Chap, Full Lime, Mickle, and I believe that's still Valkyrie, but their name is Pet X3C, and then Very Neggy to finish off that roster. Love all these players again. Very excited to see these matches.
Oh, absolutely. This is going to be a set to be remembered by. We do have a relatively normal map list.
Oh,
wow. We have, to start us off, kick us off, we have Splat Zones on Robo Ramen. Famously one of my favorite and probably one of the best Splat Zones maps in the game right now. Clan Blitz on Barnacle and Dime, followed up by 3 being Tower Control on Mako Mart.
Very interesting maps, I believe, like towards the end, because again, like they're played a lot, but they are maps that I quite enjoy, like Tower Mako and all that. First game though is Zones Robo, one of my favorite Zones maps, especially with Zipcaster. It is such a fun time to use that special on this map, if I'm gonna be so real with you. But yeah, I know Krill Switch has a bit of a hard time on Robo Ramen Zones sometimes, especially because like I don't know if they know how to play it around their comp on this map or what it is, but I believe maybe they'll try something new just to maybe expand what they know about this map, maybe.
Absolutely. I'm very excited to see this, see what Krill Switch could pull out of their inventories here, try and tackle Monkey Barrel with, and I'm excited to also see what Monkey Barrel's possible rebuttals could be towards Krill Switch's comps later in the set. Because, as we all know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it doesn't always work. But it does work sometimes. And that I have to give credit to. See comps come out here. H3 nozzle mode.
H3, I've seen it all. Whoa. We have
Whoa.
Sea Blaster, Aerospray, Dynamo, and header on the side of Krill Switch. We have CF, Forge Pro, Sea Blast, Sea Blaster, and H3 on the side of Monkey Barrel. Definitely some interesting comps here. The Gold Dynamo is going to put some chumps on the choke when they get them, I believe. There's going to be a zone flip for Krill Switch at the start. The Dynamo already pushed up super far. The Sniper gets a shot on the header. This might be big. They one going down on each side, however, and they have splashdown up Monkey Barrel. They might be able to retake zone here. Meat Boy's the last up. He does not have his restart. He's able to cap the zone though, and the H3 is going to go on the right side.
Absolutely, we just see this H3 being pressured by Meat Boy, and he does get the pick. Close to a reach slider here. Just chucking fizzies towards the choke point. Tri-strikes do come out. It's unavailable for a zone flip currently. We see this reach slider out on the choke point. Just pressuring the Dynamo, or the Charger, my mistake. The splashdowns do come out. Blaster just putting a ton of pressure, holding the zone, and it just flipped. Monkey Barrel in control for a moment.
Krill Switch is trying to claw their way back up. It'd be such a mess on the right side here. Does have a splashdown up. The Charger might be able to punish it. No, they won't be able to. The Charger is going to try to look for some picks on the sides, though, trying to get Krill Switch away from where they want to be. The Dynamo is just going to keep paying forward for those chumps. One does go down. It's the header again to the Charger, I believe. We do have chumps up on that choke point. The Blast might have to go through. Oh, there's one behind them. There is Monkey Barrel's Blaster is behind them. This Dynamo might have a bit of struggle time trying to get back up. Maybe they're looking for a punish on the side here. Oh, and one goes down, two go down on the side of Krill Switch, but they still have zone, so it doesn't really even matter. They can just come back and keep painting. The Dynamo is still putting pressure, and Krill Switch is looking very dominant.
Absolutely, yes. Monkey Barrel seemingly having a little bit of an issue trying to retake this zone and try and get back space in mid, and Krill Switch just painting over the zone, no hesitation, and that will be a knockout. Game 1 goes to Krill Switch with relative ease. Impressive all around, though, I must admit.
Yeah, credit where credit's due. Monkey Barrel is playing a coolest comp. They're playing with a ZF, which is, again, like, very viable, I think, on this map. Again, like, the scope version is infinitely better for its, like, sightline, but, like, the V version is, incredibly strong as well. It was just constantly getting picks on that edit. Monkey Barrel is a fairly new team to comp as well, so like in the future, especially, we might be seeing so much more from these guys so much quicker.
Oh, 100%. I'm excited to see where this team could possibly go later in the series. As we slowly approach in game 2, could we see a Monkey Barrel comeback? Absolutely. Could we see Krill Switch continue to take games off and win the set? Absolutely. Anything can happen, like we've been saying, as we go into game 2. Clamblitz on Barnacle and Dime. Now, this map, I will say, is a little bit heavy on lockout if you aren't really sure what you're doing. Retake is a bit of a struggle in some cases, depending on comp difference, range difference, bombs and specials, and what have you. So I have mixed feelings about this map.
I think, like, personally, as a Stamper player, I think, like, this map is... It's a bit hard for Stamper, especially with its Zipcaster, but I honestly think this is such a fun map to play sometimes. The Zones map is a bit stally. Clams can be, yeah, as you said, very lockout heavy, but it is also very, like, it's easy to retake. There's obvious retake positions on this map. I feel Nintendo's made it's quite a fair map for both defenders and attackers to get where they need to be. It's just about knowing where to go for those positions. Krill Switch definitely, I feel like, depending on what comp they have, might have the heavier lockout, especially with Edit. Edit can just punish people that walk towards it. Pencil as well on this map has just great sightlines everywhere. Charger, though, on the side of Monkey Barrel, it's a dangerous one-shot. That one-shot can just completely destroy whatever Krill Switch might be pushing for, might be defending against. So yeah, there's definitely merit to each comp on both sides, and definitely, like, things you just need to be looking out for in these games to decide, like, who you think is gonna come out on top.
Oh, 100%. As you said, different variables can equal different things, and I'm just excited to see where this can go as we slowly launch into the game here. Excited to see possible comp changes as well, being a new mode, new map.
Oh,
Keeping the H3. Wow. Bold. Reflux. Whoa.
now that Reflux, I feel like that Reflux is pretty viable here, and it's V Blaster as well, so C Blaster, so they are looking for more holdy kind of plays here. The H3 does have, you know, it has point sensor. I feel like that point sensor can do a lot, especially against that Reflux and Bucket. The Reflux is going to paint for their missiles immediately, going to use them very early on in the game. Both teams have their core up, both teams are looking to maybe want to fight. Pencil's already really far up into that left side. The Blaster is taking control of that middle back there to punish the Pencil. Yes, they do. 2 go down, unfortunately. 3 go down inside of Monkey Barrel, and they do have a ball up for Krill Switch. Krill Switch is going to look for more scoring opportunities. Meepo with 7 claims here, with a ball actually. Gets punished by the sniper. Monkey Barrel has an opportunity to retake here, I believe.
Goodness, absolutely. We do see Red Eye and the Pencil player of Krill Switch starting to slowly back up in the mid and hold space for a little bit, chuck bombs at the enemy stack plat, whatever you want to call it, honestly. Jazz just holding some space with 7 clams in the inventory, ready to go at any point. See that big bubbler come out. Ball being thrown far forward. Taking a ton of space with those tri-strikes as well. Going down 2 down on both sides to an extent. Whoa!
It's
Double
still
ball
going.
push? Okay, 38. I'm sorry, I did not mention that earlier. We do see several more clams being thrown into the basket. Ball ready, down to 3. Good God.
And it looks like they only need one more clam, and they're gonna score that clam. Krill Switch just taking that game. Their comp definitely just had the better holding specials. I feel like those missiles can really mess around with that charger a bit, trying to move them from positions they don't like they want to be in. Trying to move them away so that they can have an easier time pushing in. Especially like Krill Switch is just not they're not afraid to keep going in. We saw them go down 3 when they were trying to score balls, and they just jumped back in. They were like fully confident in the fact that they could. They are like a well-conditioned team to know when they can and when they like need to stop pushing. It feels like. But yeah, that was a good game for Krill Switch. 2-0 now. Last game is going to be the honestly most the weirdest out of the 3, I would say. Mako Mart is it's not weird in the fact that it's Mako Tower, but it's more also how you play this map. This map has some unique playstyles to it. I feel that could be exploited by Krill Switch, especially with Meat Boy, who is a like well-known skirmisher in the region. He has some really good skirmishing opportunities on this map.
Oh, absolutely. With all of the excess geometry of this map, we put it that way. All the little blocks and little ramps that can be found all over this map, going into especially Freezer and Stack, and the block, which I believe is there. It's not there on this mode. Tower, you have to jump from tower to get up on the little ledge where the snipe is. Ton of little opportunities to get in towards the enemy base even further and possibly just hold even more space than you normally would be able to. However, I will say there are many ways to approach, like you did say. There are many ways to play this map, and there are many ways to approach. Several sides have several different ways. You can go on the right on like 3 different paths. You can go on the left like 5 different paths, or however many. Honestly, it's just impressive how many play styles and what plays you can run here on this map mode specifically.
Again, Monkey Barrel has that charger, which in all 3 of these modes is super viable. Like, it's honestly heartwarming to see like how these players play the game, especially because they're new to comp. They see the game differently to how a lot of people who are more conditioned in the competitive scene, like, you know, we play Pencil, Decapitator, something else, like, you know, +2 for this map, maybe. But Monkey Barrel's coming in with fresh minds, they're coming with a fresh attitude, they're coming in with, like, comps they want to play, they're having fun with it, and at the end of the day, that's what matters in these kind of things. Like, as long as you're enjoying what you're doing, heavy deco, like, you know, this is what we're saying.
Heavy deco. We saw Clash Blaster. Wow, Meat Boy. One of my signature weapons. Shout out Clash Blaster. Love that thing. L3D on the side of Monkey Barrel here. I'm excited to see how this will go. I've not seen much of L3D recently anywhere. A lot of these weapons that are being played today aren't really too... Okay, there's an early wipeout. I'm sorry. Krill Switch just starting to take space. Like I was saying, a lot of these weapons that we're seeing today aren't really used a ton competitively, and I'm glad to see they're getting the playtime they need.
Yeah, especially in a tournament like this, where it is like seeding, it's not so much the same as what you would be playing in the league format that will be coming up maybe soon after this. But yeah, it's definitely a time to be trying out new weapons, and Monkey Barrel is taking that time to its like max. They are testing out different things. They are gonna look at these and ask what was wrong with their comp. They're gonna be looking for fresh ways to play the game. And yeah, Krill Switch already at the third check, just completely dominating this game, honestly. The bucket is putting in a lot of work, the Clash is putting in a lot of work, the shot, the pencil, everything is just really combining with each other to make... Oh, and 3 go down, the shot assisting 2 of them, I believe. But yeah, everything's just combining together to make for a really good match for Krill Switch.
Absolutely, and Krill Switch slowly taking this down 3, 2, 1. That is a knockout. Krill Switch ending this set 3-0. What a set. All around. All these sets have been extreme bouts of, can I say, skill on both sides here. Just looking for the right word there. Extremely skilled play on both sides, trying to retake and trying to hold space to push even further and get that last little bit to knock the objective out. It was honestly so impressive across all of these sets tonight.
Yeah, as you said, like, all these sets are interesting in their own ways. They're a battle of skill and also a battle of, like, ideas. We saw, like, for example, in the Kensaroos set we watched previously, Double Blaster on Rainmaker Undertow. We see in this set, you know, Monkey Barrel going with Heavy D. Like, Heavy Deco is just... It's a weapon that you don't see often, but, like, you can kind of start seeing what the ideas they're going for. What does L3D have on its kit, if you can remind me?
Burst Bomb, something.
Is it Hammer?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Burst Bomb and Ultra Stand. That's what it is.
Yeah. Ultra Stand can be super helpful, for example, in those side areas. We also see like Dreadringer, which has Restarter, which is huge on this map, I feel, especially in the zones mode where I can just cap zone. But in just in general, like if you want to attack a stack, you have Restarter, you can do that, you know. So there's these ideas that are being thrown out and being put on the stage now that are just like very honestly mesmerizing to see.
Oh, absolutely. On the topic of that, Clash Blaster. Let's go. Awareness. I am an avid Clash Blaster fan myself, and just seeing that weapon and seeing its performance in that game, it sparked joy within me. So I'm very happy about that it's getting its viability back. Well, not back. It never had viability, but it's okay because it's going to. I promise you.
Yeah.
Honestly, entirely dominating performance by Krill Switch that set. Of course, there were moments where Monkey Barrel did have an opportunity for a retake, but overall, it was just all around messy, and that's just how Splatoon is. Like you said, it's a very messy game. I mean, if you think about it, of course it is. It's a bunch of cephalopods throwing paint at each other, so...
Yeah, like...
What do you expect?
It's the same thing as we were saying last set, where it's like they have the right idea. Kensaroos had the right idea with their pushes, the right approaches. It's just about the execution that they just need to work on, you know? Which is completely fine. Every single team has those mistakes where, like, those mistakes that they know they need to fix, and they're just putting themselves out there to make their mistakes more, you know, out there, let's say. So they can look at it later and be like, these are our mistakes, this is what causes the mistakes, now we can fix them. Same with Monkey Barrel. They are a fresh team, so of course they're going to have all these mistakes that they need to fix, but that's what's fun about it, looking through those games and being like, this is what we can work on, this is what we will work on.
Absolutely, and of course, it's always good to have those moments where you can look back and be like, okay, yeah, I understand what this is and what this is. Don't quite understand this yet, but that's okay, we'll get to there. Always good to have those in your games where you can analyze for just all around.
What did you think about today, Abyx, like just in general?
Very exciting. Oh my goodness, I was shaking going into this, as if you were here for the start of the stream, everybody, both of us were a little bit jittery at the beginning going in out of nerves and hype, just going into the seeding tournament and ending it out, closing it out. Still really hyped up, honestly. So I'm very happy with every team's performance today. No team more than others. I think all teams that have played, that we have seen, have extreme potential, and of course, bitter rivalries could ensue. Could. It's a hypothetical. I'm excited. Let's just say that.
I am super
So-
excited for like the league to come out and we see all these teams in their divisions. We know we've seen, for example, Krill Switch and Cephalopods play, and then like they've improved so much since then. They've improved their comps, they've improved their style, and we just get to see those clashes of ideas, those clashes of battle, like game sense, mechanics, just over and over again in like all these matches. It'll be extremely fun to see.
100%. So that's all I got. You have any other little last thoughts here? Perhaps.
Well, yeah, I just want to I'll just give a bit of a shout out to like our socials. Just you can find them at the bottom. Mine is
Of course.
going to be on X, twitter.com, and then Abyx. Where can they find you?
Yeah, so I no longer have a X account, so y'all can find me over on Blue Sky. I managed to snag this tag, very lucky at the bottom here at Tacticooler. Very proud of that as well, I should mention. So y'all give me a follow over there. I will be posting stuff soon, I promise.
I think that'll be all for today. Thank you so much, Abyx, for joining me in this commentating. This is my second time commentating, I believe. So yeah, thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching the sets. I think we'll catch you guys later.
Yeah, see you guys.